All right, cool. Actually, DXY. So there's one issue with me here. There is obviously we're still in the narrative, or we're still in the mindset that this, you know, obviously this push down here could have basically been a break of structure of this point here, right? Whereas then all we did was continue, lower, right? So there's one issue with me in this entire sequence here, and it's the fact that we're looking very corrective. Extremely corrective here. All right, hold on, guys. Let me close my window. Hold on. All right, cool. So there is, you know, this looks extremely corrective in my eyes. So even though we're essentially playing this bearish structure to the downside, I really don't like how we could still potentially see this as a break of structure here and reach pretty much an extreme to then continue higher. But this is so, I want to say, unfavorable, just because, let's dive in here. Right, so off H1, right, there's this one last wick, right, that took out previous wick, probably mitigated something here, but that in pretty much initiated the move to the upside, which even had structure breaks of here. So to convenience myself, I'm probably just gonna use the whole wick. Right, but if we were to, let's see if there's anything in there. Potentially wick there. Yeah, you could even easily do this. Okay, I can't go further than that. That's cool. That's cool. All right, so just gonna extend these out. Right, so essentially the odds of catching this move are very unlikely, obviously, because our structure is still very, very bearish, right? And even if we can cause a reaction here, you can easily do something like that, right? So even if we have a reaction here, I'm not too keen on wanting to take this higher unless obviously we take out our full structure here, right? So that's basically that. But for the most part, you have no reason to be bullish on this. Just being real here, there's no reason to want to even buy this here, right? Because the chances of it even reacting here probably won't even give you a big reaction, and two, continuations over reversals. All right, so this can easily just free fall from here, or it can react, and then we can pretty much judge a direction based off of the reaction and the follow through, if any. All right. So now this one is one I just showed you guys. Right, they're pretty much like, when was this? 5th of November, 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks ago. Right, we were talking about this potential area here, right? This wick here, and the reason why that became invalid right? Just looking at this here, right? And 15, there's a wick here. There's an indecision candle there, not very appealing, right? And then the 10-minute, which is what I based everything off of here, right? There's this wick that then creates the move to the upside, right? And the reason why I didn't even want to use this second POI here is because of this wick tapping the open. So automatically off the bat, that makes me really uneasy with wanting to now play this candle here, right? So unfortunately, right, we never got that second POI here. That would have been honestly very good, or even this third POI here, right? But for the most part, right, as I said, I think last week, right, this is the essential decisional factor here, right? That created this low, that created this high, took out previous liquidity, right? And from there we sustained ourselves, gave a pullback into into discount, and then gave a reaction, right? But looking at this here now, after this move, right, we were pretty much very attentive to this point of interest here, right? And we gave a reaction. We even came back twice, right? Probably the 50% of something there, right? But the reason why, just overall, I wasn't even bothered about this sell-off here is because for the most part, we know that this is bullish, right? We've already shown the entire impulse to the upside. 1, 2, right? We've reacted from this here, created bullish order flow, and then broken intraday structure here, right? So now this is my point of invalidation of the entire bias, right? So from there, right, we get this move up, right, and then another move up, right? But keep in mind, this is our point of invalidation, right? So even if we have this large sell-off here, right, all we did was take out previous liquidity to then continue higher, right? And then right now it's at a pretty decisive point, because like I said, this can easily turn, right, if we aren't too careful. Like for example, initial POI off the bat is that inefficiency field there. We can easily see a London push here of 30, 40 pips, and then see a reversal, right, which could then be to a very bearish daily closure, and then Friday could end up being a very bearish week, right? But as long as structure is bullish, I have no reason to think otherwise. And as I said before, right, this impulse here, right, dictated this entire bias, right? So now this point here, the low, if we were to bottom out, if we were to even reach here, right, unless it's like a quick liquidity grab, right, I'm still going to consider this bullish, right? Whereas my next point of invalidation is here, right? So another one, e.g., right, so we've been talking about this for the past, since September, right? We've pretty much been calling this entire move down. So now all we're doing is essentially following structure. And then this now is at another decisional point, right, where it's either going to essentially break and fully give us a bearish leg, or break structure and give us upside movement, right? We're pretty much at that deciding factor, right? And just by looking at structure here, right, you guys see this, we're essentially in a downtrend, right? High, low, high, creates a low, high, creates a low, high, creates a low, high, right? This is pretty much what we're playing, right? So now that as we go into our smaller time frames, right, inside of this range, right, we were high, low, our low, our high, our low, right? So in order for this to be the new lower high, we have to create a new lower low. So now is when we judge our structure on a smaller time frame perspective, right? So we have our intraday break of structure here, right? Low, high, dictates a bias, right? Discounted pricing, continuation, discounted pricing, continuation, equilibrium, yeah, equilibrium on the dot, and a new higher high, right? But from here, right, now the low that created this high has been broken. We now have a lower high that came back into that wick there, right, and created bearish order flow based off the reaction of the wick, which led to a break of structure to the downside. So this here is my point of invalidation, right? Meaning that if we break here, we are no longer in bearish structure, and we're essentially now in bullish structure, right? So even if we were, I don't even see this, but there could be the possibility we could come back to this wick, right? But even if we get this reaction here, all it could be is a pullback continuation, right? So I'm not too excited about potentially this here. I just like the fact that we've already created an incentive with bearish order flow here to create a new structural low. So I'm just looking for any type of pullback continuation, right? That's what makes the most sense, right? Whereas your targets are now being here, here, and here, right? But if we break this after a reaction here, then we'll easily take out these lows, no doubt. But yeah, I mean, as we said before, right here, right, this is a good rule too that I've been pretty much saying to you guys for the past couple of weeks, and that is identifying structural points by lows that create highs and highs that create lows, right? Whereas if they don't, they just now become liquidity points. That's actually a pretty big key for the new structure content, right? Because let me find an example. Right, oh, just right here off the bat, right, we are in bearish structure, right? This lower high did not create a structural low, right? So now we see this reaction to the upside. This is now liquidity, right? And once you break that, every other previous structural point is now liquidity as well, right? If the entire bias change is there, right? Obviously, if this is an intraday time frame and we're focusing on the entire swing, right, then these liquidity grabs are necessary to begin the pullback to then obviously come back to potentially a bigger POI and then continue lower, right? So does that make sense? Cool. But I mean, other than that, I mean, that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. Do you guys have any questions? I don't want to make this a 15-minute Zoom. I guess it feels shorter because I actually plan them ahead, so I don't really have to do much with the charts, just draw stuff. And especially, we don't have that many people on Zoom today, too. Yeah, so do you guys have any questions? Concerns, topics? We got Evan in here, Eric, Eddie's on here. Anthony just bought his new ultra wide monitor. Must be nice to be rich. You're about to copy your first monitor? What are you copying? What would you say put in validation? There is just an intraday perspective, right? No, bro, it's everything. Like, for example, if we're looking at a swing structure here, from a swing perspective, this is my point of invalidation. Because in order for bearish structure to continue, this high has to create a new low, right? But obviously, in order for us to judge even this start to be challenged, is we have to see a point of invalidation be taken out from an intraday basis, because this is obviously swing. So now from an intraday basis, right, this is probably going to be your minor, and then this would be your major intraday. So if we were to take this out, right, I'd now be worried about taking this out, right? But I'm not going to think of trying to take these highs out unless I get a point of invalidation to be hit. Does that make sense? A point of invalidation is just pretty much if price breaks here, then my bias is completely invalidated. That's all it is. That's all it means. And I just think it keeps you organized and it keeps you within a certain range of what you have to play under. So I hope that makes sense. I don't know, my buddy's gonna help me build a PC. Bro, the PC I built, this one that I'm using right now is actually very, very good. It's an i5 32 gig. Water coolant. Yeah, water coolant. I need to look at my accounts and see what I bought for it. But it's pretty cool. Honestly, very good. Like I have not had any issues with it. Nah, you don't need anything crazy at all, bro. But bro, just overdo it. Just overdo it because you never know what project you're gonna be working on down the road. For example, if you want to launch your credit project, or you're gonna need to make videos and probably need to edit them. So with my computer, because I overdid it a bit, I have a very good computer to edit with. Yeah, future proof. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, bro, my PC was I think $1,200, and it's very, very good. And I also have a very good MacBook now, so I can work like on the go too if I need to. 1,800 to 2,000. That's all you need, bro. Budget is that budget for computer and monitor, or just computer, or computer, monitor, keyboard, and mouse?
I was thinking like the computer and the monitor.
Okay, computer and monitor. Monitor's gonna run you like a stack. Oh, actually no. Ask Anthony how his monitor is, and if it's really good, his monitor is the same size as mine.
I was looking at like a 32-inch Samsung, I think for like $350 or something, $400.
Yeah, bro. I had that one. It's under my bed right now. I just didn't like it because it was pretty long. It wasn't wide enough, and like fitting two screens wasn't that appealing or very productive.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so definitely go ultra wide, bro.
So if they're chill, or if they work and they're like chill on price, I mean, I'm open to anything. Honestly, like I don't know anything about computers, so, and I don't need anything too crazy. And if I do down the road, then I'll just upgrade.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Definitely look into ultra wides and ultra wides, and yeah,
I was trading off my buddy's 35-inch monitor, and dude, I was just like, you can see so much, bro. Oh my
the
god.
ultra wide.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I have a 34-inch Dell.
Okay. Nice. What about cryptos though?
Oh yeah, BTC Moon. I know Sergio bought Ripple. Sergio's an asshole. He bought Ripple, and then he didn't tell me about it till after it mooned. Fucking asshole.
we were literally on the mindset call together, and we were like, I feel like this is consolidating so hard, like it's about to just moon. And then literally like the next day, it just did that.
Yeah, let's see. Let's reversal chase for a bit. I remember this wick here. You know what's? Let me see. I don't think there is a. Nothing yet. Oh, yeah, it didn't let me go that far. Oh well. Could have seen maybe why this reversed here, because this is already, for an intraday basis, this is giving us a pullback. That would be dope. We get a recovery. Yeah, anywhere into here. right? Based off of fib, that should be around discount. Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't think that would moon this week. Yep, you have a good target. I hope people partialed out here in the 70s. This one hasn't gone yet. Litecoin. Ethereum on the move. Liquidity grab. POI. Bullish order flow. Break of structure. Discount maybe. Continuation. Yeah, these cryptos are definitely bullish now. It's sad though. I was so tempted to buy here, around here, right? Because we had just swooped the lows and we gave an immediate reaction afterwards. Yeah, this was before RCV launched. Yeah. Oh well. Win some, you lose some. But yeah, let's see. Do you guys have any other questions? Where's my... Dogecoin. People used to talk about that. Is that doing any good? Dogecoin. Oh wow, that actually finally moved too. After so long. 70%. Hasn't even doubled. Don't know about that one. Yeah, I'm not a crypto guy though. Do not follow these. You own it? Cool, cool. Oh yeah, you should be in from these lows. I know you've been talking about it for a while. Oh yeah. Oh, cryptos are gonna give you so much opportunity, man. And the cool thing about about buying like actual coins is the same principle as like buying a share. Whereas, in comparison to like trying to trade margin, your risk is much less. You know exactly how much you're risking because it's the amount you're depositing. And the only way for you to blow your account is to have the asset be pretty much go to zero. Right? So don't be, I mean, honestly, these are some of those like just buy and hold. Let's see, how's Bitcoin doing? That's finally giving a retracement. Yeah. Yeah, it's doing good. Doing good. Right, as you see here, you could say this took out previous levels of structure here. Right, now this high, even though if you want to say this is bearish structure, this high did not create a new low here. So this is now liquidity. Right, I think that's a cool rule. Makes a lot of sense. Do you trade or invest in stocks? No, not really, bro. I just that one stock I've been in for like a long time. I just throw a couple of dollars every couple days. Just waiting for it to pop off. It's wanting to give optimism now though. I know I've been buying for like the past couple of days.
Wait, what kind of stock is that?
It's meant to be a wheat stock, bro.
Is it wheat stock?
Meant to be. But the only issue is that this entire rundown has happened because I think the top CEO, I mean the CEO and some of the top guys, like they pretty much quit. So pretty much this is why we're seeing this much relief. I don't really care though. It's just I'm just using it as a study, right? Because remember, I'm still trying to essentially see this as a type of accumulation. Where is it? Yeah, pre-supply. I mean, not pre-supply. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, pre-supply, buying climax, automatic rally, secondary test. You could have said secondary test would have been here, then this secondary test phase B, right? We then had a liquidity grab here, right? Gave optimism here, right? LPS potentially. So if it's gonna go, it should be going by the end of Q1 next year.
Interesting. I'm gonna look into that.
Yeah, don't buy that stock though. I'm not a financial advisor. Just so you know.
I like just to see what happens.
Yeah. It's a cool study though, because I've been following this forever, bro. I've been following this since we were here. Yeah, since the beginning of this year I've been following this, so I think next year might be a good year.
Cool.
But yeah, other than that, let's see, am I host? No. Yeah. But yeah, other than that, I think we can. Are you good here, guys? Any questions?
G here, man. Thank you.
No worries. All right, cool. I guess we can end off there. 27 minutes. Not too bad. Yeah, you guys know I don't want to rant on in these calls. Just get to the point.